All right. Okay, we are live. Awesome. As you guys come in, make yourselves at home. We are doing a live for Stronghold and talking to the cast of Stronghold and just, you know, getting in there. We'll have some time for Q&A after from everybody watching, so stay tuned for that. I'm gonna go ahead and I see a couple people here from Oklahoma City. My friend Heather's in here. I'm so excited, you guys. So good to see you all. Seriously. Okay. Hi. Hello from Chile. Hello, everybody. Julia is here. Oliver is here. Oliver. I'm going to add him in, you guys. Here we go. Let's see. Going. Okay, let's see. Let's see him join in.
So,
hello. I know we got to readjust.
Oh, readjust.
There we
Is
go.
that okay?
Yeah, looks great.
Okay, hello.
Hey.
What's up, B?
Hi.
B.A., good to see
So
you.
good to see you, Oliver.
You look good. Your hair's different, huh? Looks nice.
You know, we change it up. We love to change it up in here. It's been
Yeah,
a second.
my hair's different too. Can you tell? Or
Yeah.
No.
It looks very different. Big changes.
I love it.
Amazing. For everybody who's just joining in, we are talking about our movie Stronghold, and we're doing a fun Q&A. We're gonna hop in with the cast. Oliver's here. I'm hoping Jack can join us as well. And then, like I said, I want to
joined, I think.
There she is. She just joined in. We have Jaqueline Fleming.
Dish is here. Okay, fun.
So she'll request us in a second, but so good to see everybody popping in from all over.
Is Julia gonna pop in? Do we know?
Julia is in here. She's just watching. She might have some things to say.
Like a director would. She's watching her talent do their thing.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. So I think I have Jack. Let's see. See if I can get her to join in.
Oh, it changes.
Okay.
Everything. I like it.
Hey, how are you guys?
Good, Jack. So good to see you.
Yeah, same.
Hi, Jack. You look great.
You guys look great.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Looking
great.
So
I'm excited. Congrats on everything that's going on. A lot of big stuff happening.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd say probably for us, the biggest news was we finally got our SAG waiver, which means that we can promote Stronghold, and we're so excited to talk about it because, you know, with everything going on with the strikes and stuff, we weren't able to promote this wonderful movie that we made. And so we can finally do it, and we can talk about it and get people excited.
That's right.
True.
Yeah.
For us was interim agreement. That's what happened for us, and that's why we're here now.
Yeah. So how have you guys been? How you know, just a short little, maybe like a short little, you know, chat about what you've been up to, and then we can, you know, hop into some Stronghold questions. Everybody holding on, doing good?
Yeah. Doing great.
Yeah, I'm doing good too. Yeah, keeping busy. You know, we got a strike going on. I'm a big believer in the strike, so supporting that. I have my SAG-AFTRA shirt on, and it's appropriate because we got the interim agreement, and so, you know, we gotta face the reality of that too. So yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm happy
So,
to see both of you.
oh yeah,
Very.
it's good to see
Do you,
you guys.
when was the last time we were all together in person?
Oh,
Do you remember?
it might have been for our film festivals, you know,
Was it the film?
promoting
Yeah.
promoting the movie.
Yeah, or our screening. Yeah, I guess that was it. Our
Yep.
premiere. Was it the premiere?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise, time flies.
Yes.
God. Almost Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Halloween tomorrow.
So let's talk Stronghold. Let's
Yeah.
talk about you know, for the movie, the roles that we had. What was it like prepping the roles for you guys? What was that process like?
Ladies first, Jack.
Oh,
Always a gentleman.
for for the film or the audition?
Ooh, how about
Ooh.
for the audition? Because I've got a little story to share
Oh,
on
okay.
that. Well, my story is just that your audition was absolutely you guys.
Spectacular.
Jack's audition for Stronghold was probably one of the best auditions I think I've ever seen. Period.
Word.
Oh.
100% true.
No, I mean it. I mean it.
No,
I mean it.
for real.
That was
100%.
almost gonna make me cry. Thank you. That was
It was it was so good. It was so good. And I think part of you know, for I think people tuning in who are interested in like the process of acting, how do you capture the essence of a character with just a short amount of content, right? I mean, you had at most 3 pages of at most you probably had a page or two of of um of script, and you created um an entire like character that we could palpably see from that.
wow.
She's emotional over there, you guys. I'm so sorry. We're sending you so much love.
So kind to say thank you
Yeah.
for your this right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So thank you for those kind words. I don't know. I just feel like there was some energy around the words and a lot of subtext, and I don't know. I just was following the clues, you know, in the words that were written, and went out in my backyard and started crawling through the dirt and
Yes.
Nice.
you know, envisioning what that world that she lived in was like. Pulled out some props and dirtied myself up and just started to feel her body, her emotional weight, her physical weight, and what she wanted. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
But it was challenging because it also seemed like it was written almost in another language, in a sense, a little in. So it was one of the hardest auditions I had too, because it was the dialogue, under trying to flow the dialogue naturally in English. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, and how about you guys?
I'm like just that's, you know, so
Yeah.
you know,
So,
you just dropped a lot of I feel like a lot of like wisdom on your process that I think we're just like we're taking in, because so much of like the creative act is how do you interpret something and make it your own. And so to even get a window into how you metabolize that character was really, I've never heard you say that. Like I've never heard your process behind that. So I'm just like, you know, taking that in, and it's really amazing. That's really
it
great.
showed the movie
Yeah.
and audition, both.
Yeah. Playing the role of, you know, a mother, a warrior, a survivalist,
Right.
are, you know, some of those roles you can have, and then some of those you have to find a way to embody, right? It's not like in your day-to-day life, Jack, you're you have to go out into the woods to get meat, you know, or whatever. You go to the grocery store. So how you can get into that headspace is, yeah, I loved hearing that process. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I want to hear you guys.
Oliver, you're next.
Sure. I'll go next. Yeah. Well, it started with the script when Julia sent it to me. I think I've told this story before, but she sent it to me and I read it that night, and I got a kind of late start on it, but it was so good. I was reading it until literally 3 in the morning.
Wow.
Yeah, because I couldn't put it down. And right away I could just envision, like, as I was reading the script, kind of like Jack was saying in a different language, I saw it in visuals, right? I can really see myself as this character. At the time, I knew Bianca was attached, so I kind of could see her as her, right? And then when we started for the filming process, I really internalized everything. I took the clues, like Jack said, in Julia's writing, and I created this backstory with me and my sister. I really developed that part of it, because this guy is kind of fleeing from something, you know, and it's obvious that he's in his own world. So I had to internalize a lot of that, and I try to use images, and I try to implant memories, character memories, and that's how I kind of work. And I knew, you know, as the actor, that I would encounter these two strong personalities with Jack and Bianca's characters. So I wanted to be reactionary. I wanted him to be an everyman. I wanted to, like, people to see him and be like, I can see this happening to me in a way. And when he's in these situations throughout the movie, it's all based on circumstances and it's all based on story. And so I just kind of reacted, you know, it's acting is reacting is what they say. And so I had my internal, and all the outside was you guys, basically.
Yeah.
And then the environment. So those were the 3 things I was feeding off of, and then what I had inside. So those 4 elements came together, and it was like, with our powers combined, you know, type of thing.
Yeah. No, I love that. And some people are just joining in, and so I just want to, like, kind of bring them up to speed. We're talking about the movie that we produced and made is officially, it's out, you guys, on Amazon. It's out on streamers. It's out on Apple. So we're just talking about how we made the movie. So, and what it, you know, the process of putting it together, just to catch everybody up. For me, I think I was really interested in the role because I was playing a character that was, it just felt to me like such a, like, juicy acting role. I was like, oh yeah, like, I want to sink my teeth into this, because I had a character going from the most innocent person you could imagine to someone's journey of going all the way into truth, and the process of disillusionment happening in 90 minutes, which is crazy, really, because that's, you know, to be able to have that sort of arc happen in one place. I thought this is such a challenge. So holding the truths of who Saul was at any given moment, I was just trying to honor that place of where she was at, living in this sort of dystopian world, of the world ending, which is what, you know, our movie is set in, this sort of dystopian post-apocalyptic world, where everything's, you know, basically over. There is no life. There are no other people. we're survivalists. And so to see someone be so just an innocent in that,
Yeah. Right.
to learning some truths, some hard truths. I just wanted to serve the story. So yeah, that was a little bit about it.
Yeah.
There was a serious arc in the film for your character, because you did start out really sweet and then got really sinister.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
That too.
Yeah, there was definitely some being sinister. Oh, Roxy's in here. Roxy prepared our food on set and
Oh,
it was
Roxy.
so yummy.
Yeah. And even in Oliver's dramatic role, it was still like there were moments when I was like, this is funny. He's funny.
For real. No.
Like, and I think we needed that. We needed that
Yeah.
comedy relief, the comedic relief.
Mm-hmm. The levity.
Yeah.
The levity of it.
Because we can't have any spoilers, but the things that happens to him when he interacts with two ladies, it's kind of like, are you kidding me? Like, you watch the audience member, you're like, what are you, that just happened right now?
Yeah.
Like, what is this? Is crazy. So, I mean, that's one of the things I loved about the film. It's the arc of the story and then the arc of the three characters, like everything that happens with all of them. It's just, it's nicely woven together, and it makes, you know, Halloween, so it makes a beautiful spider web that we can all enjoy.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. What is like a character trait you guys feel you share with your character?
Oh, I like that.
Is there any similarities that you guys think that you share with your character from the movie Stronghold?
This is a good question.
I'll jump in.
Jump in.
I think for me, well, you know, I do think for the longest time I was super innocent. Like I feel like I was like in a little protective bubble. So I think that is what drew me to Saul, you know, really resonating with that part of her character, and just how we all have to, you know, we all grow up, you know, whether, you know, we just, life happens. And so I was interested in sharing that arc, because I resonated with the like wide-eyed, naive, you know, I'm like, I've been there, you know, that felt close to me. Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, I'll go next. I think fortitude and kind of persistence are my traits, but you can see it in the character too, because, you know, so much unfolds in front of him and his backstory that you don't see, but that he just keeps going, you know. And even when he finds these two ladies in the woods, I don't know if we can say that, I guess. I mean, in the trailer, we all
it's in the trailer.
Yeah. Even when he like traverses into the territory of these two ladies in their own world, he's not really there to like make a home for himself. He's just moving forward, trying to just figure things out internally. He's still digesting what happened to him and with his sister and different things. And so he's just trying to move forward. So plow one foot in front of the other. And that's what I kind of think of fortitude and persistence, especially as an artist. We have to have, I mean, in this world nowadays, we have to have those qualities. So yeah, I think those are the things that I think about.
Yeah, I think for me it was like I really identified with Nina in the fact that she was living in two worlds, you know, and the unmanageability of trying to maintain that, which caused her to live in a lot of fear, which caused her to have that extreme stronghold Saul, on Bianca's character, and I completely 1000% related to a time in my life where I was spinning out of control and one trying to maintain, and just what that does to you. And it isolates you, it makes you guarded, it makes you this the amount of fear that she lived in was just, I could completely understand where she was coming from in her obsession with Saul, and trying to keep that world safe.
Wow.
Yeah, while she lived in both worlds, the outside of that world.
Wow.
Yeah, that's great. And that's a little bit spoiler territory, but yeah, there's two
But
worlds.
No,
yeah,
I mean,
Not too much. Yeah.
to understand it, really. Like, I think we can all relate to being two people, who we are inside our house and who we are when we step out that door. And I think, I think for me, I felt like your character also was like that. It was almost like you were one way. It was like the two worlds. It was just a lot of different worlds. We all had two worlds.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Very.
Which ended up
And they
being
it, right?
yeah. I like it.
And so you have
Um,
to see what happens when that happens.
So for everyone in the chat, and watching this, the three of us were not only actors in the film Stronghold, but we also produced it. And I think it's really important to take a second to kind of talk about that in this climate that we're in of actors and creating things and having ownership of things, and how important that is, that the people who made this movie that we want to share with you, that we want you to watch. Ingrid loved the movie. Thank you, Ingrid. Is something that we not only participated in as actors, but we also have ownership over this story, because we brought it to life. And I think that's so important right now. That's something that I feel really proud of. And, this is not something that a huge studio is behind. This is something that is an independent effort to do storytelling on our terms. And with that, we got to have, our wonderful director, Julia. She's in the chat. She's in there. She wrote this story. She directed this story. We had so many women of color in key positions for this movie. I'm so proud of that. I'm so proud of the fact that we got to make a movie with the kind of voices and the kind of just all the things that I believe in, we got a chance to do. Julia's thumbs upping in there. I love it. Thank you, Julia, for bringing us together. My friend Heather's clapping, because it's so, you can talk about what you believe in, but I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm like, let's put your money, money in your mouth. Why couldn't I remember the phrase, right?
Yeah.
So I want to take some time to maybe talk about what the production process was for us. Not just Stronghold, but also in general. What are your feelings around being a producer actor? Who wants to start? Like, why is why be interested in doing that, or what got you into this, and all of that?
Sure. Jack, I can go first or you go first. You tell me.
Whatever, whichever's best. Whatever.
Well, I'll start because I'm just thinking about that's my favorite part of the film.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as an artist or as an actor, you kind of feel like a lone wolf sometimes. You know, you're doing self tapes, you're doing auditions. You don't really have your career in your hands that much. But when you join forces, and it sounds cheesy, but when you combine forces with people,
Mm-hmm.
that's part of it because we create a team, we create a
Mm-hmm.
family. It's our family, and then we're in this together, and that's it's the collaboration. That's what makes it so worthwhile. It's like everybody brings an idea, and it doesn't matter whose good idea it is, we roll with that, and then we make something that's beautiful that we're proud of, like Bianca said. I think that's my most pride.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is my first feature film as a producer. I had web series before and all this stuff, whatever, you know, but it's like I don't know if I would have worked that year. Oh, no, that's not true. I had a good year, but like, okay, maybe the year before, I don't know if I would have had a project if I wasn't a producer on this. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, sometimes we're still like up and coming or whatever, and you don't get a lot of opportunities unless you create them with beautiful people, you guys. So that's the best. It's like a baby. We made a baby.
We made a baby, you guys.
The baby.
We came on here to tell you we made a baby. Its name is Stronghold.
Oh,
Go download it. Yeah. How about you?
I second everything that I just said. I mean, you know, I think it was like super important because a lot of times you don't get certain roles that you want to play.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm like, God, if I can create it, you know, then I can probably play it, right?
Mm.
And then I think too, it just opens doors, more conversation pieces, gets you in some other rooms you wouldn't have been in, maybe get you to some festivals and different places in the world. Just expands your life, you know. And I guess artists, we just want to have as many creative experiences as we can. And so, yeah, I like that creative experience. So hopefully I'll be able to do it again.
Yeah. The collaboration and the fact that you can have Ingrid asked a great question. Is it easier to be an actor or more than a producer, or doing both? Is it harder? I mean, it's hard to wear multiple hats, you know. But I would say it's worth it in that I feel like my creative process actually gets a microphone.
Yeah.
You know, I actually get to talk about, like, I actually get to express, like, hey, this is my opinion on this, and I would do things this way. And it's a collaboration, it's more of a collaboration between you and everyone that you're working with. But what I really want to speak to is the fact that making a movie and doing any creative endeavor is so hard. And I know anyone in this chat can identify with that. Anyone listening to this can identify with that. If you have something on your heart that you want to make, how scary that feels, taking that next step to actually make it, you know, and then to go through with it, to complete it, and to put it out into the world that's where the real challenge comes in, is actually getting something made, done, completed, put out there into the world. And so, you know, we completed something, it's out in the world, and, you know, to share it with you guys is nothing short of a labor of love. And so we're just really excited to have you watch it, you know, which is why we're hopping on here to remind everyone, because we get the chance to tell you that you need to tune in. That's really what it comes down to, you know what I mean? Like, that's it.
And record, everything that Bianca just said, you know, make a movie, finish it, get it out into the world. She said that sentence in like 30 seconds. That's like a year and a half of blood, sweat, and tears. Like, there's certain points in production we were not even sure if we were going to finish this thing. We were
That
not
part.
even sure if it was going to be distributed.
That part.
And yeah, and it is, you know, that, so it's the ups and downs, it's the roller coaster. It's like you're going on, you know, Not Scary Farm, Six Flags or whatever. Hey, paid sponsorship, everybody. You're going on. That's what makes it exciting. It's the ups and the downs, and like, for real, I think we had legit tears, we had legit fears, like all of that stuff through this whole process. And like Bianca said, it's a labor of love. So yeah, I would love for everybody to watch it. Again, it's on Google Play, iTunes, YouTube, Fandango, Amazon Prime, Vudu, Roku. It's on all of them. So check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. Going back to when we first had an actual audience, you know, we premiered our movie at the Pan African Film Festival. It was our premiere.
Mm-hmm.
What was it like for you guys to be sitting in the audience and hearing the audience reacting to the movie? What was that experience like for you guys? I'll start.
Okay, you start.
Okay, so for me, I think it's one thing to, man, like, because we had gone through so many edits of the movie. We, the three of us, had watched it so many times, and Julia, that doesn't even count. Julia has watched this movie. Our director has watched this movie so many times. She probably goes to sleep and the whole movie just plays on a loop in her dreams, I'm pretty sure. But for us, we had watched it so many times that I feel like I had kind of almost like a rehearsed experience of it. And so then to sit in an audience and to feel the energy of the crowd watching our movie, like, lit me up. Because I was like, oh dang, like, this is good. Like, this is actually, like, you know, because you can sit in your preconceived notions of how something is, but it was a whole different level to share it and to have people, whoa, and like, ooh, and ah, and like, I was like, okay, like, this thing is alive. That was my experience of it.
Yeah, for sure.
100% same. I like that you said this thing is alive. That's what it on its own presence or thing or entity. It became this thing, and we were there for the ride. Like, that's when we found out our film was thrilling and fun
and funny.
Like, we didn't know what to expect. Even though in the premiere it's like, you invite a lot of people, a lot of them are your friends, a lot of them are friends of friends, you know, so it's safe to say it's a supportive group, but still you are surprised by how people react to it. And even, like, you know, I tell people to watch it all the time, and they give me comments on Instagram or whatever, and they're surprised by the twists and turns of the movie too, which is also another beautiful thing about it. So it's like, all of that was spectacular, and I'll never forget those. We had 2 screenings, so I'll never forget those 2 we had. By the way, we had 2 screenings because the premiere went so well the first time. The film festival was like, hey, can you guys do it again? Like, bring people again? And we're like, of course we could do it. So that's
I believe the word is we sold out. We had a sold out audience.
Yeah, we did.
It was pretty good. Well, it was pretty good.
Pretty dang good. And we were really good in it too. Like the behind the scenes, like our red carpet stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway.
What's a favorite memory from making the movie?
To me, it's all of it. You know, it's like, okay, I'll give you a little story. So as producers, Bianca and I, we location scouted together. Bianca found this amazing place, and then I'm like, okay, I'm down to go. So I drive to her house, I pick her up, we go like the opposite direction to this location. we went like 2 or 3 times for various reasons to this location before shooting. This is with our producer hats.
Yeah.
And we even shot like different stuff there to kind of get test footage and things like that. But I see like the little seed that we planted in the ground, like, and then we were talking about Julia sees the film unfold throughout. For me, I see it as a plant just blossoming and growing and growing and growing until it turns into what it became now. Like I see it from its very little seed.
Yeah, that was the inception, right?
Yeah.
That was the beginning. That was like one of the beginning steps for the whole process.
Yeah. So that stuff is great. And then of course the conversations like we have, like, okay, in that same day, like we drive back home, we're tired, Bianca and I, we talk about deep conversations. The same thing happened when we were at some hotel. I don't remember. You guys will help me, Bianca, maybe. We were in the bath and in the hot tub, just relaxing. And again, deep conversations, me, you, Julia, and the team. And it was like, those things stick out to me as well. It's everything. It's, I can't explain it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like
no, you go. I get you.
Heart with different dots, and every dot it's like different colors, and those colors represent different things. Like this is production, pre-production, this is post, and all of that. So it's it's vivid in that way.
Yeah.
It's, Bianca said, it's alive.
It's alive. Julia, our fabulous writer and director, said it was driving to set most mornings, and she also loved the stunt day.
Yeah. Yes. Oh yeah.
That was a hard day for Jack. Oh my gosh. That stunt day, she did. You guys, no, stop. We have to take a second to acknowledge Jack's superpowers. That day, Jack came to set, did stunts, which were very intense. And she was very adamant of like, I want to do like my stunts, like what I can do within my ability. Like, let's go. She was so game, you guys. And then later that day, she had like her most dramatic, am I right? Like it was that full day, you had like your dramatic scene the same day. I couldn't believe it. I almost feel like the exhaustion like helped you with your performance. I mean, I don't want to speak to it. You can speak to it, but
it was a long day.
Yeah, it was a long day.
But it was an exciting day. It was an exciting day. It was a challenging day, and I think as actors, I'm sure there's a lot of actors probably on this. We get those challenges, whether it's auditions or roles that we play, and like my acting coach used to say, you don't get to have a bad day. A doctor doesn't get a bad day. So you just kind of sit up and show up and push through it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Push through. You just like, I hope it works.
Yep. You use it. You're like, okay, well, these are the cards I've been dealt. So this actually, I am very emotionally exhausted right now. We're going to use this. That's
right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that fun fact. That was a nuts day.
That was a crazy day.
Wow.
It was.
Yeah.
It was intense.
It was intense.
It was pretty. Yeah.
You were a rock star. You rocked it.
She got me a couple times. I remember. Yeah.
The whole crew, the cast, the director, everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody was a rock. It wasn't an easy film to shoot.
No, it was challenging for sure. And we did it in such a short timeline.
That's
right. So to get everything done.
Yeah.
I guess for me, like just the whole process when you're actually, there's so much prep going up to it and so much post after that. The amount of time you're actually acting and doing the thing, it happens so quick.
Yeah.
One moment you're there and then the next you're out of it. And so for me, I guess the just the actual week of shooting, the time that we had shooting was my favorite part because it's also the quickest part, you know. one second you're there and then the next you're like, it's done, I guess. We did it, you know? So yeah,
Yeah.
we shot the film in 10 days, which
Right.
is really
10 days.
impressive with the amount of of
That's
ages we had.
that's
Yeah, it was hard.
super hard, like, you know, for the actor, right? Because when you're shooting under those circumstances, you know, maybe you get one take, maybe two
Yeah.
takes. And, you know, I just think that like it wasn't like we got a lot of takes. And I was really super proud when I watched the film. I felt like, you know, we really worked hard on our roles, and we really brought it when we came to set, you know, very respectful of Julia's script and her vision and what she wanted as a director. So I'm really proud of that.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Too.
And Julia isn't, you know, on our live, but she's in the chat, and I just know that it working with her was so great because she gave us the like liberty and the space to bring our own, you know, and to play. You know, you don't always get that. So
True.
Right.
I think it was your friend, Bianca Heather. She said impressive when she heard those 10 days. And I have to say, it was impressive, team. Like, good job. 10 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody was stellar. Just everybody on set. We were really, really fortunate, you know, to have the people we had. Yeah, it's a great set.
Well, before wrapping up and asking you guys, you know, what's next or where things are at, is there any other story to share or something that maybe I haven't touched on that you want to talk about? Anything at all? Floor is yours.
B, do you have one first? Anybody?
Stronghold 2? I don't know.
Ooh. Well, if everyone in this live goes and downloads Stronghold as soon as we, you know, get off this, we might do a second one. We might do just for, you know what I mean? Like we might do a Stronghold 2 just to keep the demand up, right?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we're here to serve. We're here to please you guys. Let's be honest. So
That would be sick. I would love to see like a prequel sequel for Stronghold. You know?
Right?
That type of thing.
Yeah.
A little bit before and after.
yes.
Yeah, that was sick. I mean, no spoiler. Yeah. I can't say what I want.
Let's do that trilogy.
Let's go.
Did Julie write it?
Yes, Julia, are you on that or what?
Yeah,
Like,
Julia, answer in the chat if you
Did you write that?
if you would write the prequel and the sequel. And if anyone has any questions for the cast, feel free to put it in the chat and we'll answer it.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, what does anybody have? Oh, she says she's ready for it. Yes.
I'm Julia.
She's co-signed. So, you know, I feel like it's happening.
Please leave your comments on IMDb because that helps us to Rotten Tomatoes. Anywhere else you can leave
give us 10
comment or I forget what they say, but you know, it will be
a review for our movie.
Yes. Yeah. Please, that helps us a lot. We appreciate you guys so much. Thank you.
Yeah. Julia just said prequel sequel coming right up. Just can like take it out like crazy.
Yeah, so good. So what's next, you guys? It's such a weird question to ask in this time because we're like in limbo with the actors strike, you know, but that doesn't take away from, you know, any personal things that we're working on, you know. Sure.
I still have some fond memories for the film I want to touch on real quick. I mean, we had some additional shots that I brought in a really talented DP for some stuff. And shout out to our two DPs on the film. Oh,
Yes.
those ladies killed it. Anyway, so I just like the additional footage that I got. I don't want to say too much, but it's like my character's entrance and other parts other parts. I think that's the clue. Other parts that were really fun, and I think added a lot of intrigue and entertainment. But also as a producer, as an actor producer, it was really fun to just kind of get these pieces and then see it stuck into our film, but kind of seamlessly and flawlessly. Like that's the beauty of movie magic.
Yeah.
I think that turns me on so much about it. It's really fun. It's a bunch of puzzle pieces that we get to put together, and that's the most fun part. And when
it's the
you have
assembly
a hand in like a certain amount of puzzle pieces, like this part of the movie would not be there without Bianca, would not be there without Jack, would not be there without me, you know, like that's what's cool. You remember that. You'd be like, yeah, that happened because of us. You know, that was me. Anyway.
Yeah. It's exciting. We want you guys to all be a part of the experience, watch Stronghold. And I want to leave you guys with, what we're up to and what's next, and or what you can watch us on right now as well, you know, all of that jazz. Anybody?
I know that. Ladies first, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I'm working on a script right now that I'm writing. It's a process. It's a process. It's, you know, it's exciting, right? Like creatively putting something together. Yeah. So I'm working on that. I'm excited, but it's also like, yeah, I'm like, this is kudos to Julia for you know, being a writer, and you know, and for our writers that got, you know, what they asked for in this time, because it's not an easy pursuit, you know. I'm definitely like very humbled by the process of writing a script right now. It's exciting, but it's also like super humbling. So that's what I've been up to, and yeah, that's been me.
Nice.
Yeah. How about you?
I'll go next. I guess I'll go next. Yeah. Luckily, as actors, we can still work on, as you know, with our voice. I've done a lot of voice stuff. Thought about like posting stuff, because different projects that you can hear me in, you know.
Yeah.
So, I do a lot of voiceover and voice dubbing too. Some really great projects, foreign projects come in and they, you know, call me in to voice a certain character or something. And some of that is, I mean, it's legit acting. Like you have to embody the people in that moment. And sometimes it's like hard because it's very, you're like in there and you have to go 0 to 100
right
real
then
quick.
and there. Yeah.
Yeah. And just so I'm just happy that my voice has, you know, kept me in the game for this long, you know, while we film and TV. And so yeah, so if, you know, maybe I'll post that if anybody's interested in that stuff. There's a lot of stuff on Netflix and all these things, so maybe I'll post.
You should. That'd be great.
Yeah.
This was one. Thank you so much.
Yes.
I'm glad we all got to get together and, you know, share the memories of Stronghold. And thank you, Julia, for this amazing role and opportunity. And it was just, I was happy that I got to meet you both, and hopefully we'll do it all again.
Oh yeah, we've got the prequel and the sequel, you know.
And other projects, hopefully. Who knows?
Yeah. That sounds really good.
Yeah. I'm so glad we could do this. Thank you guys for joining, and everybody watching here. Again, Stronghold, go watch it, go rate it, go love on it, give it all your love. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you guys. Bye.
Have a great
Peace and love.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.